We've been talking about the corruption and crimes of Joe Biden and his family, and yet, guess what? The man facing indictment is not Biden, but Trump. And this pileup on Trump is just unbelievable, right? They start out with this ridiculous New York case, sort of regurgitating the Stormy Daniels accusation, trying to get Trump not for the relationship with Daniels, but basically for altering his own business documents in paying off Daniels through his lawyer, Michael Cohen. Then the second indictment over the Mar-a-Lago raid and the classified documents. And yet, here's Biden who has the classified documents also.
Not to mention none, and I mean none, of the things that Trump is accused of doing pale in comparison to what Biden did.
Yeah, I mean, no one's alleging that money from foreign governments, not to mention hostile powers, somehow ended up in Trump's bank account. No one's saying that Trump took a $5 million bribe. No one's saying that tens of millions of dollars in places like Ukraine and China have flowed directly into the coffers of the Biden family. That's what's happened with Biden. That is not what's happened with Trump. Now, people can say, well, Trump benefited from business deals that were done during his presidency. Well, Trump has products to sell. He has golf courses. He has hotels.
He has international business.
He has international business. So let's say people stay in the Trump hotel. Yeah, he's got a product. He's got a service he's offering. What are Biden's services?
Biden is offering political
access.
That's what he's offering.
Well, I saw an interesting point. I think it was Seb Gorka, our friend Seb, who made this point, and it's worth thinking about. Seb goes, well, interestingly, as vice president, Biden didn't have anything really to sell either, but somebody else did, Obama. Obama's the president, right? The vice president does not have a lot of policy-making authority. So Seb says, could it be that the Biden sale was really, Biden himself was a kind of a middleman, that this was a deal involving Obama, because Obama would have to go along with it.
You know what? Nothing.
Nothing could surprise me.
That Obama is involved in surprises me, okay? Nothing.
And yet, isn't it like a signature move of Obama's?
It totally
where
is.
He's not directly involved.
He's like the person that, farts or passes gas and then walks away.
Well, not only walks away, but walks away holding his nose and pointing at some other guy.
Hey, who did that?
Yeah, you did that. You're going to be held.
I cannot believe I made that analogy.
Well, it's
but
quite
that
an
is
analogy.
kind of like, right? But he does. It's like he gets away with everything. But so the only thing I can think of with the Bidens is that, yes, I think that it was a wink moment with Obama. But I also think that it was also a way for Biden to get really rich.
Yeah, these are political guys who haven't made money any other way. I mean, think about it. Not just Biden, but it was someone. I can't remember if it was Marjorie Taylor Greene or somebody else was saying there's really not a single member of the Biden cabinet who has made something of themselves in the private sector. Not one of them. Mm-mm. And they claim all this regulatory authority, like we're experts on this, we're experts on that. Well, you're not an expert in the sense that, you're not an expert on food in the sense that you grew food. You're not an expert on drugs in the sense that you're a doctor.
But he takes drugs.
What they mean is I've been in the regulatory apparatus of drugs and food all my life. So this is what these people do. They're lifelong bureaucrats.
Because his son Hunter is a crack expert.
Well, this... Okay. I suppose there is a kind of expertise that is firsthand,
yes.
And so that's all true. Well, now coming back to the case against Trump, I mean, these cases seem so weak. Do you think that the left is prosecuting them in the belief that even if they lose, it's still worth harassing Trump? Do you think it's that they think
absolutely.
They've got a sympathetic jury?
They want to stop him. They want to slow him down.
Tie him up. Financially strap him.
Absolutely. And just time-wise, because if he has to go to court or if he has to defend himself, constantly dealing with these things, he's not going to be able to do his big rallies that he's used to doing, that type of thing. So I think that it's really like throwing spaghetti to the wall and hoping something sticks with him because it's clearly it's clearly a witch hunt. I mean, it is so obvious that it's a witch hunt. And I hope that the American public can see that the real criminal is not Donald J. Trump, but rather
I mean,
Biden.
the interesting fact is that, and I think some of the other rival Republican candidates were hoping that, hey, if Trump gets indicted, whoa, that's it. The number one guy is out of the race. It's kind of like the heavyweight champion is now forced to step out, and this creates opportunity for everybody else. But interestingly, it looks like the Republican base is now completely, well, woke in a different way. It's like we are alerted to the fact that this is a big scam. See, if the left had something really big on Trump, they would have put it out there.
Yeah, that's why they're doing so many different things. It's like, oh, wait, this didn't work. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, that didn't work. Let's do that. Let's bring back Mar-a-Lago. It's crazy. It really is.
And then one more case to come, maybe at the end of July or early August. Trump interfered with the Georgia count. No, he didn't.
Yeah, that too.
Trump honestly believed that he won Georgia. He was calling the Secretary of State, get to the bottom of it. And that phone call is now somehow supposed to be transmuted by some legal clever steps into election manipulation.